All right. So now let's try it. If we have 56 centimeters and we want to go to millimeters, well, let's get our timeline out. So we started at centimeters. So this is where I'm putting my finger. And we want to go to millimeters. All right, so millimeters is to the right. So we're doing one jump to the right. So let's remember that. So we have 56 centimeters with the decimal at the end. I did one jump to the right to get to millimeters. So I have 560 millimeters. There we go. That is the right answer. Now let's try this one. So I've got 7.25 liters and I want to go to kiloliters. Well, let me do this quick here. So if I have liters, I'm starting right here in the very middle of the timeline. And I'm converting to kiloliters. And kiloliters is on the very end on the left. So let's jump there. We've got one jump, two jump, three. So I jumped 3 spaces to the left. So now my 7.25 liters, I have to move the decimal 3 spaces to the left. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Put zeros in for the placeholders that need it. So I have 0.00725 kiloliters. Let's see, is that right? That it is. All right. Now, let's try grams to milligrams. So if I'm starting with grams, I've got 45,000 grams. I'm starting right in the middle at the base unit. And now I'm going to milligrams. Well, milli is all the way on the right at the very end. So I've got to make 1, 2, 3 jumps to get to where I need to go. So I went 3 spaces to the right. All right. So now I have to move my decimal, which right now it's at the very end. I have to move it 3 more spaces to the right. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Decimal there, add some zeros. This means my answer is 45 million milligrams. Is that right? Of course it is. So now let's try this last one. We are starting with centimeters and we are going to kilometers. Well, since centimeters is our base unit, we've got to start at the C. Okay, and now we're going to kilometers. So let's go, we've got to go all the way to the end on the left. So we've got to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps. We went 5 spaces to the left. All right, so now my decimal, we've got 5 centimeters here. Well, we have to move our decimal 5 spaces to the left. So So let's do that. We've got 1 jump, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now put your zeros in. All right, it looks like we have 0.00005 kilometers. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Now that we've done 4 examples, hopefully you have the hang of this. It seems fairly simple, but sometimes it can get pretty confusing. So now we're going to do some more practice, but this time we're going to take a look and figure out which one of the 2 numbers is greater. And we're going to do this by converting one of the 2 numbers. All right, so let's do the first one. We've got 63 centimeters or 6 meters. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter which one you pick. You can do whatever one you want, but for me, I think it's going to be easier to convert meters to centimeters than centimeters to meters. So let's do that one. So I'm going to make my timeline. And I said we're going to convert the meters to centimeters. So we're starting in the middle at our base unit, and we're moving 2 spaces to the right to go to centimeters. So let's do that with our decimal place. 6, 6, move it 2 to the right. That gives us 600 centimeters. So which one's greater? Well, this is 600. Our other unit is 63 centimeters, so that means 6 meters is greater. Let's try the next one. 5 grams or 508 milligrams. Let's convert the grams to milligrams. So again, starting in the center at our base unit, then moving 3 spaces to the right to get to milligrams. So let's see. 5 decimal 1, 2, 3. Well, that looks like our grams converted to 5,000 milligrams. So 5,000, well, that's bigger than 508. So that means our 5 grams is bigger. Let's try the next one. Looks like we're going from milliliters to... Again, it doesn't really matter which ones you convert. You can convert whatever ones you want, but I'm going to convert liters to milliliters. So liters start right in the center. Now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Again, 3 spaces to the right. So let's try that with our liter number, 1.5. 1, 2, 3. Add 2 zeros. So now we have 1,500 milliliters versus 1,500 milliliters. So they are the same. Neither one is bigger. All right. Now let's try the next one. We've got 536 centimeters or 53.6 decimeters. So, doesn't matter which one you convert. I am going to convert the decimeter to centimeter. So start here and move it 1. So we went 1 to the right. So 53.6, move the decimal 1 place to the right, 536 decimeters, or 536 centimeters equals 536 centimeters. So these are the same. All right, if you want to try these two, the last two on your own, go ahead. I'm not too worried about doing them. Let's do a little bit of recap. Before the metric system, reading other scientists' material was fairly complicated. The metric The metric system is a universal measurement all scientists use around the world. The acronym is King Henry dies unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. The prefixes are kilo, hecta, deca, the base unit, deci, centi, and milli. And paying attention to the direction you go and the jumps you take on the timeline will help you with the conversion. Paying attention to those things allows you to move the decimal place whatever direction you need it to go and convert between the units fairly easily. So this wraps up our lesson for metric conversions. Write down any questions you have in your weekly journal, unless you feel that they're urgent and you need to know the answer before you do your worksheet. Then send me an email or text message. Otherwise, have a great day.